Good evening, Sunshine Coast Work at Home mums. It's Tuesday the 7th of June, which means it's time for another Tuesday tip. And this week I'd like to touch on the subject of competitions. We all run them on Facebook. It is a great way to get more likers and activity on your page, but it's also a great way to get yourself in trouble. Facebook have some very strict guidelines, which they do frequently change, but for the most part they've sort of got them set in stone for now. And I do see a lot of people breaking rules, and I would just hate to see anybody's page be removed or disabled because of an oversight or them not realising that there were rules in place. Pretty much, if you don't follow the guidelines, your page, I'm just reading here, your page may be removed by Facebook. In addition to other remedies, we may remove materials relating to the promotion or disable your page, application or account if we determine in our sole discretion that you violate any of our policies. So pretty much, if you stuff up, they can totally remove your page, and obviously your competition will have resulted in you losing everything, not gaining something, which is kind of dangerous. There's about four key issues with running competitions, and it's something that four things people do incorrectly. Running competitions directly on your Facebook page, so that's anything to do with having people vote on photos or like or comment here, or the 50th like or anything like that. If the competition itself takes place on your newsfeed or on your page or in your photos, you're violating the Facebook terms, so obviously that's a no-no. Having users automatically enter by liking a page, so that includes saying the 100th like or the 1000th like wins such and such, or if you like this page you go into the draw to win. I'm guilty of that myself. I have done it, and now that I know that you're not supposed to, obviously I will desist from doing that again, and I'd suggest that you will sort of take that on board as well, because it'd be such a shame to lose your page just for giving something away. Conditioning entry on the promotion upon a user providing content on Facebook, such as posting on a wall, uploading a photo, posting a status, or asking friends to like. This is one that I see a lot, particularly with photography pages, and I've actually entered a few competitions of this nature, which is probably not a great idea. I think if you see a competition like this, it might be wise to point them. I'm going to link where I've just gotten this information from into the video, so if you do happen to see a competition that is illegal, my suggestion would be to pass on this information to the page owner, because obviously you don't want to see them losing everything just because they've tried to give something away. So pretty much, yeah, anything where you upload a photo or vote on a photo, or any content that you must provide to that page is a violation of Facebook guidelines and can see the page removed. And also notifying winners on the Facebook wall. This is one that I'm definitely guilty of, and I will stop doing from now on. It's obviously dangerous practice, and it's not worth it just to announce a winner. So if you do everything else right, and you've got there's lots of applications for Facebook competitions. There's some free ones. I've noticed the girls from Tumbling Tigers have recently used a Facebook app. Maybe worth looking at their page and seeing what that was. I think it was the Contests app. Can't really point you in the direction of any because I've not used any. I often run my competitions via my website or via email. But if you do everything right and then you say, oh, congratulations Jill Smith, you've won, on your Facebook, that's wrong. And it can see your page being deleted simply for one slip. So if you do run a competition, it's probably wise to email the winner or have them contact you. Even if you were to say, Jill Smith, please contact me, I have some important news for you. That way you can get in contact with them, or they can get in contact with you, but you've not actually broken guidelines by announcing them as a winner. Probably a good idea when running your competitions is to gain some contact information, whether that be upon entry or something like that. It's easy enough to add a form to your website if you've got one, or there's other ways and means around it. Have people enter via email, things like that. It's just safer, and that way you can get back to them and you don't have to announce it on your Facebook. You can sort of say, congratulations, the winner's being drawn, you'll be contacted by email, and that way you're not announcing anything, you're just sort of letting people know the competition's finished. I dare say that's probably within guidelines because it's not actually putting anything out there on Facebook. May want to double check that. But yeah, pretty much a lot of the time it's an oversight or people don't realise the rules, but that's why I'm here. I don't want to see you getting stung because you've made a mistake. So I'll link this article that I'm reading from because I think it's really interesting, and it could be very, very handy to pass on to people if you see them doing the wrong thing also. But until next week, practice safe competitioning, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.